The Buffalo Bills just made a sneaky good signing that is going to go under the radar, but I think it has a massive impact on the Bills defense this coming season. So let's talk about it all right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I'm your host, Anthony Senicar, and it is free agency time. So you know what that means. Tons of Bills free agency signings. We got you guys all covered right here at Bills Digest. There's only one issue with that. 72% of you guys who are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, join the army here at Bills Digest, because we got you guys covered all offseason for all your latest Bills signings, Bills trade rumors, and Bills draft coverage. So subscribe and stay in touch. Well, guys, like I said, the Bills just made a sneaky good signing that is going to go under the radar, but I think is a key acquisition for this Bills team, and I think it is going to have a massive impact. I think this player has a very high floor and a very, very high ceiling, that being former LA Ram Michael Hoecht, who signs a 3-year deal for $24 million. Again, a signing that does not break the bank, fits with the Bills salary cap, is quote-unquote a depth piece for the Bills. But again, the stats don't pop up. But again, Brandon Beane, like he did with Josh Palmer, focuses on an aspect the Bills need. Someone who can stop the run. Again, looking at the PFF grade, a very good run stopper, someone who they can use on every part of the D-line, that of defensive tackle, he lined up there, that of an edge rusher, that of a linebacker who dropped into coverage. Obviously, the stats do not pop up and look like a big acquisition, but the versatility that he offers is very, very good. He finishes his season last year with 56 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 6 quarterback hits, 3 sacks, and 2 pass deflections. But I don't want to talk about the pass rush aspect. I want to talk about the versatility that he brings to the Bills defense. He reminds me a lot of that of Lorenzo Alexander, who the Bills signed just like Hoecht in free agency for a low number, but was very, very versatile. If we remember correctly, Lorax lined up at the D end, was a very good pass rusher. That of D tackle ran stunts with Kyle Williams, which he can do. Hoecht can do with that of Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones. He could drop back into coverage. I remember vividly him going up against the likes of Travis Kelce and Rob Gronkowski. And again, Hoecht can line up against D tackle, or can line up against tight ends. But there's also a video going around the internet of him locking up a receiver in DK Metcalf across the slot. So again, a chess piece for this Bobby Babich and Sean McDermott defense that they can move around and they can use in different aspects of this defense. Let's not forget a name going around in trade rumors of that is Trey Hendrickson, who was a late bloomer. So again, at only 27 years old, Hoecht really stepped up this season. Had his quote-unquote breakout season, but there's plenty of meat left on the bone, and there's still room for growth. So maybe this signing can be very good. That's why I said the ceiling is very, very high, and the floor is still very good. Again, he is a pass rusher, so we got to look at the pass rush stats. He finishes with 5 sacks, 63rd best in the league. His pass rush grade was 63.7, 66th best in the league. Pass rush win rate was 10% at 67th. And again, pressure at 30. So again, like I said, a middle of the pack pass rusher, but a guy who brings very much versatility to this defense, and someone who again can still grow into this role and be a very good rotational piece. With now Von Miller off the team, the Bills look like they're running with Greg Rousseau, AJ Epinesa, Hoecht, and that of a mystery man. We will see what happens. Maybe they go get a Joey Bosa. Maybe they go get bring back the likes of a Leonard Floyd. Or maybe they go in the draft and go best player available between cornerback and D end. But I think this signing was very, very good for the Bills. I think it is a chess piece like that of Lorax that Bobby Babbage can move around. I think he can drop back into coverage when he needs. I think it kind of gives the Bills defense more of an exotic look because, again, you don't know what he's going to do. He can come running at you, or he can drop back in coverage, or he can run a DT and you have Ed Oliver and Hoecht just run a stunt, just going back and forth. And you got Rousseau and you got AJ on the other side. So again, I think the Bills saw what worked with the offense with that of everybody eats. And now, instead of going for the big swing with the likes of Myles Garrett, who just signed that big contract, or the likes of Max Crosby, who signed that big contract, they get more bodies in, more guys that they can develop, more guys they can move around the field, more guys to make this offense more of a complex defense. And again, a defense that you do not know where the pass rusher is going to come from. And I think Hoecht is going to be an X factor on this on this defense. Again, also a very good special teamer. So again, adds a bunch of versatility to this defense, adds a very good special teamer at a very small price on a good term at 3 years. A guy, like I said, with Trey Hendrickson, who the Bills have been linked to in trading for, kind of a guy who's only at 27, was a late bloomer. Maybe there's still room to develop, and at a small contract like this, if he ends up finishing the season with 10 sacks next year, it is going to look like a very, very good signing. And like I said, with the Josh Palmer signing, shades of John Brown, I think this signing is shades of Lorenzo Alexander. I think Brandon Beane, like he did in that offseason, zeroed in on guys who or players that fit a description of what they need, and they zeroed in on finding that of a guy who they can use in a Lorenzo Alexander role where the Bills' defense was unpredictable at that point. I think they see a guy who fits that same mold, who fits the same contract style, and who kind of can come into his defense and be a complete X factor, getting moved around all over the place, and it's going to be unexpected for offensive coordinators and quarterbacks to know where he is coming from. But let me know your thoughts below, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Bills wasted money on signing Hoecht, or do you think that he is going to be an X factor for this Bills defense and just his flexibility of getting moved all over the field, like I said, kind of like the same way they did with Lorenzo Alexander? And what do you guys think the Bills do pass rush wise? Do you think they go after the draft, or do you think they still go out and go get a Joey Bosa, maybe bring back a Von Miller, or maybe go get a Leonard Floyd? I want to hear your guys' thoughts, so let me know your thoughts down below. And again, like I always say, please like and subscribe. We just passed 100 subscribers, so we're on the road to 200, so every little bit helps. And hey, we got you guys covered all off season with all the latest Bills free agency signings. So stay in touch because we got you guys covered here at Bills Digest. And like I always say, guys, go Bills.